Hello, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk from my own corners, bringing to you this midday broadcast of today. Please, I want to just do a quick broadcast and a quick information to my listeners and the subscribers all over the world. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I want you to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button. Be the first to be notified each time we go live on our channel or we post anything new on this channel or other channel that is related to Okute Daily Talk. Please, let's go straight into the business of the day. Listen attentively and do not leave this broadcast. Police kill notorious armed robber, recover AK-47 rifle in Imo State. Ndị Igbo, I am Buhari's first son and only obedient to Tinubu, that is Dev Umahi, one of the most stupid governor we have in the eastern region. Labour Party speak on alleged grounding of Peter Obi's plan. That is the power that be are trying everything humanly possible to make sure that Labour Party do not attend to their rallies in OYO and other parts of the country. Man caught with dagger at Peter Obi's rally in OYO. You see him, this one is original Fulani. This one can never be a Yoruba. Not even, this one is not even Hausa. This is confirmed Fulani man. Intruders everywhere. Please let us go straight into the news of the day. We have no time to waste on all this never do well politicians who bent on destroying this country, planning all kind of intruders to people's Democratic Party's rally and also Labour Party. The what about Kwankwaso and what do they call it? This one AAC, more or less over. They don't remember those ones because they are not relevant to them. The Imo State Police Command says each operatives have killed a suspected notorious armed robber after his gang of three snatched 2 motorcycles from their owners at OYO and IBADAN junction in Owerri West, local government area of the state. Michael Abatan, police public relations officer in Owerri, disclosed this in a statement made available to Daily Trust on Wednesday. According to the police spokesperson, sequel to a distress call from a rob victim on 23/11/2022 at about 21:27 hours. That hoodlums numbering about 3 after snatching 2 motorcycles from their owners were seen between OYO and the IBADAN junction in Owerri West local government area of Imo State, robbing innocent victims of their money and valuables. The command tactical team on receipt of the information immediately mobilized to the scene. The hoodlums opened fire on sighting the operatives, who in turn responded, taking cover and positioning themselves professionally in the gun duel that ensued. One of the armed robbers were neutralized while others escaped on the snatched motorcycles with bullet wounds. The operatives then searched and recovered 1 fully loaded AK-47 rifle with double magazines belonging to the neutralized robber and 1 loaded locally made pistol with 2 cartridges suspected to have been abandoned by one of the fleeing robbers. The corpse was later removed and deposited at the Federal Medical Center mortuary while the operatives were on the trial of the fleeing suspects. The Commissioner of Police, CP Mohammed Ahmed Bade, commended the officers and men for their gallantry and thanked Imolites for their cooperatives and unalloyed support. He then assured them of the command's effort in wiping out all criminal elements out of the state and urged them to report any person seen nursing or treating bullet injury to the nearest police station or call the command's emergency number on 080 Kiniko and so on. That is the news about the robber being killed in Imo State. According to them, I have never seen any corpse Neither do we see any bullet or the AK-47 being recovered. We didn't see anything. You know, Nigerians, all these security operatives, when they want to lie, they will lie very well. And when they want to do their work, they will do their work very well. So, go into any operation and you have your mobile phones with the data and what do they call it, cameras. People reported this issue to you. People called you on phone about these robbers. So why can't you, at least when all these things happened, take photo of them and put it on the internet so that those ones who have been denied justice or who have been robbed by all these men of the underworld will know, yes, and praise the police the more that they are really doing a great job. This system is quite not enjoyable or advisable. So please, I'm speaking to the IG and other relevant authorities in the security personnel to beef up informations on how things are being handled. In other countries, when there's any shootout with any robber and any dead body being recorded will be live or posted on the internet for people to witness, and let others who are trying to follow that route to desist from it. That is why it is very, very important they do so. Ndị Igbo, I am Buhari's first son and only obedient to Tinubu, that is Dave Umahi. The governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, has said that he owes no apologies to Ndị Igbo for his decision to support the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu. Okute News recalls that Umahi left the People's Democratic Party PDP for the APC on the ground that there is marginalization in the party, especially towards the southeast. Umahi, while speaking during a town hall meeting involving all traditional rulers, political leaders, and elders council of the state, with presidential candidate of APC Tinubu at the new government house, Centenary City, Abakaliki, said that he has no apologies for declaring support for Tinubu and Shetima ticket. According to him, everywhere you go in Ebonyi State is APC. We are only obedient to you, Bola Tinubu. We have no apologies. I'm speaking anyhow because I'm standing on our performances that we have achieved in Ebonyi State. Anyone who wants to challenge us should tell us whether we have not fared better under the APC government. I am the first son of President Muhammadu Buhari. I hope you, Tinubu, will take me also as your son. I know it is done. Responding, Tinubu promised to keep his word and fulfill all his campaign promises towards the state and Nigerians if elected into power in 2023. That is the promises that never fulfilled. That is the problem we are having in the so-called old and foolish, never do well politicians we have in Nigeria. Labour Party speaks on alleged grounding of Peter Obi's plane or flight. The Labour Party has condemned the alleged grounding of the party's campaign plane in Lagos by the federal government. The reason is not known, is not made open. Okute News reported that supporters of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and some party chieftains were prevented from boarding the plane to their rally in Ibadan, OYO state capital. In a statement on Wednesday, the head of media for the Peter Obi Dati presidential campaign organization, Darin Onifade, said the plane was grounded at the Lagos airport by the powers that be, citing regulatory reasons. What are the regulatory reasons? That somebody, because he is contesting for presidential ticket or for presidential seat, that is why he been denied, or they have been denied his flight to fly from Lagos to Ibadan. Nigeria can never be well. They can never better with this kind of nonsense and stupid politics they play every day. Reacting to the development, Labour Party National Chairman Julius Abure confirmed that the grounded plane was meant to convey the party's National Working Committee and National Executive Committee (NEC) members to the Ibadan rally. Abure, however, said the party was not worried by the grounded plane, stressing that the power that be have been using every opportunity to frustrate his campaign activities, and that is the simple truth. In an interview with The Punch on Wednesday night, he said We have just finished our rally in Ibadan. It is true that the plane meant to convey our new working committee and the National Executive Council members for the campaign was granted by the powers that be, but we were not deterred by the plane that was granted. This is what we have been saying. What we have been saying about this country. It is not the first time it is happening. They have been using every opportunity to ensure we don't get to do anything in this country simply because they have the power. When Goodluck was leading, I never hear this kind of thing happen to any other presidential candidates, or there have been an attack on other presidential rallies other than this APC that meant evil and never do well. Man caught with dagger at P2B's rally in OYO. There was a commotion on Wednesday afternoon during the Labour Party campaign in OYO State after an unidentified man was caught with a dagger at the event. Okute News reports that photos and videos of the suspect were shared on Twitter with many people questioning his mission at the campaign ground. The man was dressed in a black suit and reportedly stood by the walkway where the Labour Party flag bearer, P2B, was meant to pass on his arrival at the venue of the rally. See planning. Thank God it's not bombing, it's a holding. There were unverified claims on social media that the man may have been at the rally to attack P2B, with many netizens calling on Labour Party presidential candidate to beef up his securities. Some of the party members could also be seen attempting to beat the suspect before he was dragged out of the scene. What a word. They keep on doing all manner of things, and this nobody can ever do this if not APC. First, it was granted the P2B's flight or plane that will convey his workers or his new working committee and also National Executive Council from Lagos to Ibadan. Secondly, they sent a spy and also, let me call it a terrorist, to go and attack them. Man arraigned for dressing as woman. Meanwhile, a man has been arraigned for dressing as a woman to collect money from other men in Adamawa State. The man, who identified as Mohammed Abubakar, said he routinely dressed in a woman's clothes and go out with female friends to obtain money from men needing romance. While I know the finish. Mohammed, who holds a diploma in business management from the Adamawa State Polytechnic, Yola, said that his female collaborators gave him between 500 and 1,500 daily as his share of their loot, the nation disclosed. Mohammed told the Chief Magistrate Court in Jire that he adopted a female name of Fadi to deceive unsuspected victims. He added that his female accomplices used to protect him each time any man wanted to have him by telling the man that he was in her menstrual period. What a word. This life, no balance. Can you imagine this man? This is a confirmed Fulani man. Confirmed Fulani. There's no two ways about that. This one is original Fulani. Yeah? And they left him unattended. Nigeria. I'm not gonna wake up. People be beef off your security before these people kill you. You must be extra careful. Al-Mustafa accused Western nations of plot to prolong Boko Haram insurgency. That is the problem we are facing. Because those one that is behind Boko Haram, bandits, ISWAP, and the rest of them are the international communities. The presidential candidate of Action Alliance, AA, and former chief security officer to late military head of state, General Sani Abacha, Major General Hamza Al-Mustafa, have alleged that there is a grand plot by Western nations to prolong the Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria. Al-Mustafa said on Tuesday in Abuja at a roundtable about the 2023 general elections. He claimed that while insurgency was hatched on November 1, 1999, it was conceived in 1972 after the discovery of oil and gas. You see it? What a word. I know it's because of the oil and gas that were found in Nigeria is the cause of insurgency. And we are talking about 1999, while in 1972 is why when all this insurgency started. He accused the Western nations of ensuring that there was an unending crisis in African countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Mozambique, Libya, among others, where there are high deposits of mineral resources. Chai, you see? That is why UK and the US is the first to give security alert about Abuja, and they start evacuating of their citizens. And when I mentioned this, some people came to my comment section to attack me, asking me why must I say something of that nature. I said, I know what I'm saying. I might not be a prophet, but I see things ahead. That these people knows the people that is doing all these things in Nigeria. And that is a simple truth. He said that the federal government discovered oil and uranium in large quantities in 1996 in the northeast and northwest, which he said was being mined illegally now, while insurgency rages on. And illegally being mined is whites and Chinas are the ones mining. If you went to our villages in Zamfara and other places that have this uranium and the gold, Chinese are there. Even without papers, they are mining illegally through the help of the locals. And that's the problem we are having in Nigeria. These people, when you went to their country, especially Chinese, who are you to go close to anything that belongs to them? Even with your paper, they still treat you like animal. But you will find them be in Nigeria with the help of locals, mining our gold and going back to their country, using it to develop their own country, while our own country is dying on daily basis. Mustafa said, despite the fact that Borno State was the epicenter of Boko Haram insurgency, surprisingly, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, paid between 10 and 20 years rent, an indication that there was a plot to elongate the crisis. In that same place, but all these NGOs have nobody is touching them. What they keep kidnapping is the locals. Child, you have a point here, Mustafa. Despite the fact that you are not innocent, but you have a point here. His words, Borno State is a place ordinarily to be feared because of bombs in wrong places alone. But one may ask, NGOs in Borno State, particularly the capital, are too many. Houses for rent are difficult to find. They are renting houses from 10 years and above, 18 years, 20 years. That is to say, there is a plan to stay longer. And that is the plan. They are the ones sponsoring all these people, and they have hand in it. One may ask why. Who are these NGOs? Who satisfies them and send them to Nigeria? How come soldiers and police and all uniformed men and women are scared of Nigeria and scared particularly of Borno State? Yet, that is their bunk. Hey, how come NGOs are much more friendlier? The weather is not friendly. The weather is harsh. How come they love Borno? How come they don't go to other peaceful countries with better weather? What are they doing there? One may ask. Why are soldiers running away from the locations of Boko Haram? And why are the white men and women going there even at odd hours and coming back and unhindered? Why are we not asking them questions? Is Nigeria a jungle? Do we know who we are? What are the names of these agencies giving them clearances at home? How do they enter Nigeria? Immigration, foreign affairs, internal affairs, presidency, what are they engaged in? That is the question we need to ask ourselves, and we demand an answer from all these questions. What is it that lucrative thing that makes them not to be afraid of the danger zone in the eyes of a typical Nigerian? How come a typical Nigerian cannot go to where they go to? How come they held meetings with these people? How come they have telephones and internet interactions? How come we are not aware? The question here I ask is it the security managers that are compromising, or are these civil institutions that are compromising? Or is it ignorance? Or is it negligence? Mustafa recalled that in January 2022, one of the countries who allegedly took Africa's resource proposed an agricultural investment and a cooperation with Borno State. These people have finished Nigeria. These people, I repeat again, these people have finished Nigeria. Is that how we have gone to? So these Bruno that people are fearing that everything in Bruno, even that is the insurgency, the rest of them, and Kiniko. See, there is a lot of white men living in Bruno. The secret that no one can tell you. Even soldiers who fought Boko Haram are afraid of going to Bruno. No good weather, no good water, no good road, nothing. And they are renting house there in a larger years from 10, 18, 20 and 20 something years. What for? And what are they doing there? Illegally mining the resources, uranium that is coming from that Bruno. It's a very big amount of money, but the problem we are having in Nigeria is that Nigeria never value any other of their mineral resources except oil. Now that the oil that they are being found in Gombe and Bauchi, they have started drilling it. Once they start to drill that oil now, the whole of that area now will be messed up. They will forget about the agriculture, which is the main target, and which is how the Nigeria can feed themselves. Rather than that, they will keep on telling us every year that Nigeria imported $76 billion of rice. Why Nigeria can manufacture their own rice, even common Abakaliki rice or Fada rice. All this is being manufactured. One of the best rice that if you take it overseas, they will ask you how come. Because all these people out there be eating nonsense. Still yet, Nigeria cannot produce anything. With how many acres of land that we have, with how many square meters of land that we have in Nigeria. Che, I wait for the poor. I really wait for the poor. Nigeria, where are we heading to? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. I'm still going forward because this Mustafa is having a very great point, and I will always like to listen to his news and also bring it to my listeners who also want to hear the truth about what is happening in this so-called, or in this mistaken of a nation called Nigeria. Oil discovery led to the collapse of industries. Al-Mustafa is, of course, Hamza Al-Mustafa, the presidential candidate of Action Alliance in the 2023 elections, has opened that the discovery of oil and gas lead to the collapse of many major industries in Nigeria. He made the assertion in Abuja when he attended the 34th Annual National Education Conference organized by the National Union of Textile, Garment and Tailoring Workers of Nigeria, an affiliate of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC. According to Al-Mustafa, the development makes textile, tire industries, and paper mills to go moribund and created unemployment in the country due to the discovery of crude oil in the 1970s. The presidential candidate noted that in the 70s, it was agreed that the discovery of oil and gas would be to the advantage of the country, generating revenues to help other industries, but lamented that it deprived the development of textile industry, tire industry, and paper mills. He further lamented that when oil and gas began to flourish, when Nigerians started producing it domestically in large quantities, it was mixed with politics in Nigeria, hence the present predicament in the country. And Mustafa opined those who introduced it began to siphon the country's revenue. They also adopted yet another formula of international dirty politics, taking fuel from the source till all other sectors are moribund. On how to move the country forward, the presidential candidate called on the leaders to sit back, reflect, and rethink how we get to this point. And that is the simple truth. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, this is where I have to end this little broadcast of this very mid-afternoon. Until I come your way again, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I want you to do that ASAP. Please subscribe to my channel, like my content, share it with your family and friends. Let them know about what is happening in Okute Daily Talk. Because what I always bring to you is the correct news. We then pen towards and we hit the nail on the head. That is the simple truth. I speak to you the undiluted truth about the sycophants in our government house and on their plans to sabotage this country until the last day, but it will not work for them. So until I come your way again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk from my own corner. Please Always listen to my contents and share it with your family and friends. I am signing out. Until I come your way again. Bye for now, my people.